It is time to do some Gullveig summoning. That is right. We are completely going after Gullveigs on this banner, all 3 of them. Our goal really is we want 1 Kvasir, 1 Gullveig, and then as many Sathers as we can get. Well, ideally 3, because I can have her at plus 10. But the thing is that Close is a really bad pull for me here because I have Femortis at like plus 17, and I really don't need any more copies of him, and Guinevere's really not doing much for me. So essentially what we're going to be doing is green and red. That is our goal, and then we'll probably just spark Gullveig at the end, hopefully. Anyway, let's jump in, and we'll start pulling some stuff here. We'll answer some questions, and I also want to talk about when some reruns are happening as well. So the first thing is with the reruns is that we have Kvasir and Gullveig coming back in February. So that's not too far away. That's not too bad. That's pretty cool. And they're coming back with some really good units as well. The thing is actually is that Gullveig is coming back with Arvel, Goto, and Femortis. So obviously there's something going on there as there's 4 units there, and none of them are up for like remixes. Like none of them are even close to remixes. So obviously something's going to happen there. Oh, okay. I mean, I'll take that for sure. I will definitely take a Yuri. Yuri is very good. He has good fire too. He has Hexblade, so like very nice. Mice attack, that's fine. Cool. I will always take a 5-star in the first circle. But yeah, so there's that. And then in green, we also have a rerun of Ninian in February, Haether, and Robin. So that's another amazing green share there. It's okay. I'll take Owain. I like Owain a lot. I'm kind of surprised we haven't gotten more Owain alts. He only has like what, 1 alt, and I think it's a demote. So I'm pretty sure he's pretty popular. Anyways, yeah, so there's that. And then we also have Yuri going all the way to April. We have Guinevere also going to April. And then in May, we have Sather and Nerthus. Now, the thing is that if you are a Sheeta fan, Sheeta is going all the way to August. So that's like 9 months. So if you want Sheeta, this is your last chance to get her for quite a while. So definitely pick that up. Ooh, Fee. I actually don't have Fee yet, I don't think, which is good. Because I was looking for aerobatics fodder, and she had it, and I realized I didn't have her yet. So that's our first copy of her. Nice. Wait, is she? Oh, she's a sword. Her sword looks like a lance. That confused me so much. Like, did I pull on blue? But yeah, so we got some nice reruns coming. Once again, blue just being really stacked. Color is also pretty stacked as well, to be fair. But definitely going to be an interesting set of time, especially because February is like one of the biggest months for Fae, as that is the anniversary, as well as like a hero rises and like just a whole bunch of stuff going on. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing there, if like one of those mythics gets like reran on something else, but we'll have to wait and see for that. Okay, so with all that said, let's jump into some questions because I have a lot to go through, and there's some really funny ones in here. So the first question I really want to go over is from Cadillac, and they want to know which Echo skill, if it came out, would make you uninstall the game. And I laughed pretty hard when I saw this. There's probably quite a few, but the very first one I thought of was Hardy Bearing. If Hardy Bearing became a seal, I would be like livid. It would essentially be like killing Vantage, because the one thing that Vantage has is that like there's only 1 Hardy Bearing seal and there's no skill. Okay. Oh my god. Once again, I'm not gonna complain. Yuri's a very good unit, but like, oh, I wish you were Kvasir so much. Because I need like I need either Gullveig or Kvasir to pop up so I can like spark the other one, obviously. But I mean, that works. I'll definitely take 5 stars at this rate. This is a good rate. But yeah, Hardy Bearing is like the #1 I could think of. Vantage would also be very annoying. And like Wings of Mercy. Wings of Mercy is interesting because it'd be fun to play with like on Gale Force teams, but at the same time, having everyone like have Wings of Mercy on a defense team would be really annoying to deal with, so that would be also really annoying. But I think Hardy Bearing's like probably the biggest one. Now, obviously, if they release like something broken, like I don't know, like Flared Sparrow as an Echo skill, that would definitely piss me off. And just to be clear, I probably wouldn't uninstall, but I would just be very, very angry and throw a bitch fit. So it wouldn't be the first time, but there's a lot of toxic skills they could have put out there. I know the one DTM wants is the pass skill, so that like Gatekeeper's even more worthless. But I don't know if hey, I will take that. Oh my god, my rate is really good right now. Holy crap! They're asking for forgiveness after the Heather incident, which they that banner. Oh my god, I got like no 5 stars on that banner. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Let's move on to our next question. This was from Drawden0079. What's the best and worst addition from Fae this year? Could be a unit, a game mode, etc. Okay, so this is an interesting one because I know what is the thing I hate the most this year, and I think a lot of people who watch the channel probably already know my answer. It's Freyr. I hate Freyr. Freyr is probably my least favorite thing added to Fae in years. I think he just ruins so many like strategies, and he removes so many like layers of support and like ways you can like approach things. I really hate Freyr. So by far my most hated thing this year is Freyr, by far. And then my favorite thing this year is a bit more of a toss-up, I would say. One thing for sure would be Resplendent Nephne. I'm so happy that was added to the game and that she is like Jotunheimer. Like that was one of the things I've wanted forever, essentially since Resplendence came out. The other thing would be like Arcane Lewin, because once again it made Nephne really good, which made me very happy. And then the other thing, of course, has to be Femordis. Like I never thought Femordis would get added to the game, especially because we hadn't gotten like Nurgle or Athos yet, and they seem like much more easy units to add to Fae before Femordis, right? So I think those are probably my three favorite things added to the game. Like when it comes to like cool things or my favorite things I really enjoyed this year, it's just like the power creep is like really the thing that's kind of annoyed me more than anything. Oof, if I was pulling colorless, this would be a really good circle. Maybe I should be, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna pull colorless, I'm gonna get like freaking Femordis and be so mad. Okay, there's a Henry. Nice, nice. Should I pull this? I'm gonna pull this one circle, and if it goes bad, I'm gonna stop. It's probably a bad idea because colorless is so bad. Like colorless is so hard to like get anything out of because like the rates are just so terrible, and like you don't even get like good units out of it really either, which kind of sucks. Okay, let's move on to another question because these questions are obviously bringing some good luck. And this is going to be from Retrograde Belied 2198. Will you be running Gullveig Emblem in Summoner Duels? And have you considered doing a live streaming Summoner Duels where you play against the audience? Okay, so let's start with the Gullveig thing. I think Gullveig is good in SD. I don't think she's like a top tier unit in SD because she does lack some killing power in some situations. The thing is, she does have a lot of like true damage now, right? And that new Occultist B skill is really strong. So I think that might help a ton. But I don't think I'll run Gullveig Emblem. I don't think they really like synergize all that well together. Like they obviously give you a lot of action economy, but they don't like provide the other things you need in an SD team. And so I don't really think I would do that. I think, you know, Brave Gullveig you use more with like a flyer team or like a team that needs flyer support and you know like guidance on her. Yeah, that was not worth. I should not have done that. While the new Gullveig, or the base Gullveig, I guess, you would run more on my Cav team. So I don't think I'd really run Gullveig Emblem ever. When it comes to live streaming Summoner Duels, DTM has been trying to get me to do this forever. I don't think I will just because I'm a very foul mouth. I very much censor myself when I'm playing or when I'm making like summoning videos because I curse like a sailor. Like I would get demonetized so fast, and that's even more so in Summoner Duels. So I don't know if I'd really do that. Maybe if there was like enough people who wanted that, I would do it. But honestly, most Summoner Duels content is very unpopular. So I'd probably stick to more content that is more approachable for everyone. Ugh, this is I mean, I go colorless obviously here because like I don't want blue. Blue is poop. I don't like blue at all. I just need one Gullveig or one. That's a Niles. Okay, this next question is gonna be from CJ Somebody. Would you rather Book 8 have a good story or be a good meme factory? That's a pretty good question. So I think this story was kind of a meme factory in some ways, right? With like, say they're like want to have a kid with me line and stuff like that. Obviously, the story tried to do some more stuff, but I don't really think it succeeded all that much. Personally, I would really like to have a good story in Fae. I would like them to start laying down a foundation for a more longer narrative that kind of transcends more than one book. I think that would be very nice. It would give more time to develop characters and like kind of set up more villains to be long term instead of just these short villains we get that only last one book. Because the thing is they just don't give enough time in books. And so like being able to like spread that out a bit, I think would help the story overall a lot. So I'm hoping that they get a better writer, because I don't know who's writing right now, but they're not doing a very good job, unfortunately. Hopefully they can make something cool, but we'll have to wait and see what we get. Hey, another fee. I have no idea what they're gonna do. Like, there's just so many options, and I don't know if we're gonna like go to Asgard or we're gonna go. I don't know. It feels like they just like throw a dart at a board every time to pick the story for each new book. So we'll have to wait and see. Mr. Ogma. Ogma needs a resplendent. Like, man, that's some like old art. Okay. Our next question is going to be from Stargate Broadcast. Given your recent video on the problems in Fae and the potential insanity of new characters on this banner, do you have any solutions intelligent systems should consider to address the power creep in the game? Do you think they ever will? Okay, so this is interesting. I definitely have some videos planned to talk more about how I would change things and how I would make some adjustments to the game in different ways. When it comes to power creep, there is not one like clear solution, right? There's not like one thing they could do to fix power creep. I think I've heard people say like nerfs, but in gacha games you really can't nerf all that much because like of legal things, right? Like you're kind of like doing false advertising. So typically how they nerf things isn't like subtracting, it's more like adding in counters, right? Like we've seen with like the play effect with like, you know, countering Robin, right? They don't nerf Robin, they just add new things. So I think when it comes to that, I think what you really need to do when it comes to power creep is to just slow it down. You can't really like remove it, but you can slow it down to a much more manageable rate. And the way you do that is you open up design space and start creating things sideways. So instead of going vertical where things get more and more powerful, you go sideways and start creating things with different types of like advantageous, you know, effects for different game modes. The problem right now is that all of Fae's game. Oh crap! I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. Okay. The problem right now is like Fae's game modes are very similar when it comes to like objectives, and so I think if they could make game modes with different objectives, they would have more space to create heroes who excel in different situations. Which means that you don't need to power creep things. You can make a unit who is good in that specific situation. And so I think that's their best idea is to just create more design space through new game modes, put more focus on those new game modes, and so that way people will be summoning for different things instead of just more powerful things. Hopefully that answers the question a little bit. I'll definitely be going more in depth to it with my other videos I'm planning, but it is a very complex situation, obviously. Okay, we're actually kind of high on percentage here. I just noticed that. Like, we had really strong luck in the beginning, and I'm not complaining. It was good luck. But I really would like either Kvasir or Gullveig here, just so I can spark the other one. Also, I need 3 Sathers, but I don't know if I'm actually going to go for that. I would like the plus 10er so I could use her in Astra season, but I also don't want to spend 1,000,000 orbs with how my luck has been on the past banners. This banner has been good. Okay, let's see another question. This is going to be from Final Messenger 36. What's the over-under on the inevitable Summer Gullveig ult getting triple actions? I mean, that's just going to happen, right? I don't think there's any chance we're not getting some kind of Gullveig ult. I don't know if it's going to be a Summer Gullveig or a New Year's Gullveig, but we're getting a Gullveig, right? And it's kind of funny because I was talking to DTM and Joel about that, like about a Summer Gullveig. And my idea was that they should make Summer Gullveig, but they should make it so that all the snakeheads she has like sunglasses on them. That would be like the best sprite ever. Just like a whole bunch of snakeheads, they all have sunglasses. Oh, that'd be hilarious. I would crack up so hard. Joe was saying he wants a bikini on them, which I think also would be really funny. But yeah, I think that will happen. I definitely think she'll have triple actions. Like, it just makes sense, right? Having a blessable triple action Gullveig would sell so much better. I'm like just honestly still like completely surprised that they chose to make her a defense mythic, because I think she would have sold so much better as an offense mythic. Okay, we're almost at the end. Let's do one from one of our friends, Satachi. Satachi wants to know, who was the unit you were the most hyped for when they got revealed? For me, oh, speak of, wow, that can't be a coincidence, right? That is way too weird. I asked Satachi's question, which literally has them talking about Fallen Byleth, and then Fallen Byleth appears. Satachi like summoned her through the questions. She's supposed to attack, did I be? That's pretty funny. So yeah, who was the unit I was most hyped for when they got revealed? For Satachi, it was Fallen Elgard or Fallen Byleth. That's way weird. For me, it's kind of hard to say. back in the day, Legendary Ike was like a really hype moment for me because I didn't think we would get Radiant Dawn Ike so soon, right? We got him technically within the first year, and I didn't understand how gachas worked back then, so I thought that like that would be the only Radiant Dawn Ike we'd ever get. So I was like super hyped for him. I was like, oh my god, he's here already. I can just build him and then never have to summon again, which was obviously, you know, very, very wrong. But even so, I guess I'll do the blue too because we're at 10.5%. If we could, I don't even know I could get your Aider. Aider would be kind of cool, I guess. I actually don't have Nerf these, so that'd be cool too. But yeah, so like probably that. Another one is Altina, obviously, just because I never thought Altina would be in the game either. Altina just never seemed like she had any chance. I never even thought of that. So that's another one. And then obviously for Mortis this year, which we actually got to, you know, have that live reaction for, which was really cool. But yeah, definitely one of those three probably. I was very, very hyped for all of them. Okay, so we're in this weird situation now where we actually got like what, 3 red 5-stars, just none of them were Kvasir. And then we got 1 green, which was Aether. I think I go colorless here, just because I don't want to summon colorless at all. So we'll go and get Gullveig, the OG here. I don't know if I want to keep going or not, though. That's the real question. Because I want Kvasir, because I think Kvasir is actually kind of the better Cavline defense mythic out of the two. But I'm not saying Gullveig's bad, obviously, but I just think that maybe Gullveig fits Cavline a little bit better. I don't know. Okay, we'll do a little bit more. I always regret when I do this, but yeah, we'll go a little bit farther. Hopefully I can just get 1 Kvasir and I'll be done. Actually, I really need Sathers, to be honest, but yeah, like I'd have to probably spend like all the orbs, and I probably wouldn't even get her then, so probably not the best choice. Okay, let's do another question. This one's going to be a little bit similar to the next question as well, but this one's from Scarecrow, and they want to know, after watching your video on discussing Faye's current issues, my question is namely about how you would improve the new player experience. Oh my god, another fee. I'm telling you, summoning is rigged. Like, summoning legit, there is some kind of like system when you pull where like it picks like a pool of heroes, and then you just get those same heroes over and over again. Something like that, for sure. Anyway, how would you improve the new player experience? Things like better rewards for completing hero's path, more instructive tactic drills, or competitive modes like Aether Raids and arenas having scoring systems that don't rely heavily on merges. Like I said earlier, I plan to have a whole video on this. I don't think fixing the new player experience is very simple. I think it's a process you're going to have to go through where you start to address a lot of different issues that all add up to a bad new player experience. One of the things I do think though is that you need like a bridge. What I mean by that is that right now as a new player, you have the story mode, which is really, really easy, and then you pretty much just have to jump into the deep end of PvP or competitive play to really get anything else, right? So it's kind of like it's a very big learning curve. And so I think we need that PvE game mode that can exist between those two, where it has some difficulty in it, but it also has different levels of difficulty, so you can try out different things, and it's also not punishing like Aether Raids or Summoner Duels are, so you can like, kind of work your way into it, and if you fail, it's not a big deal because you can just try again. So I think that's one of the big things we need for new player experience. Obviously, we do need more ways to get essential items like Dragon Flowers, like, Sacred Seals, stuff like that, which just, would help make the game a lot easier to approach. But I think it's like a very complicated process to overall improve the new player experience, because essentially what's been happening is it's slowly been getting worse and worse over time because of all these things they've been adding. So you can't really like do one thing to fix it. You kind of have to like, I mean, I like Robin's good, don't get me wrong, he's very, very good, but you're the one I wanted the least. What IV are you? Neutral. Okay. Definitely want the other two much, much more. But yeah, that's kind of my answer. There will be a video breaking down a lot of stuff eventually. I'm working on them slowly. But maybe we should just stop there. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, this one, we'll do one more question and then we'll be done. This one's even from Dymastia. How would you fix the 4-star special rate pool? I've been thinking about how bad it is that Brave Elgard shares the same rates as base Julia. I was thinking about making a video on changes to the summoning pool, but I'd like to hear your input. I feel like demoting some heroes to the 3-4 star pool is a really bad idea, but where else could they go? So here's my thing, right? I plan on having a whole video on this as well, but my idea really is that you need to separate the 3 and 4 star pool and make some of the older heroes, probably like the year 1, year 2, year 3 heroes, into their own free-to-play summoning pool where you have an alternate currency where you can get them. And in that same pool, you have access to 5 stars. Maybe the rate isn't as high, like maybe it's like, maybe it's not even a 3% rate, like maybe it's a 2% rate, but it has the old 5 stars in it, right? So you can remove some of those older 5 stars from the 4-star special rate and put them in there where they're now free-to-play accessible. That's kind of roughly where I'm going with it. Okay, I think this is where we're gonna call it. I'm gonna behave myself and not pull anymore. Do my best, but this overall was a pretty good summoning session. Like we definitely got a lot of 5 stars. Not exactly the 5 stars I wanted, but overall very good rate. So I can't really complain. But now I'd love to hear from you. How did the summoning session go for you? If you did end up pulling, were you going for all the Gullveigs like I was, or maybe you were trying to go for some other heroes as well? Make sure to drop a comment down below letting me know. And as always, I'd like to thank all my members for their constant support. This has been Oblivion. I'll catch you all later.